Hi, Danny over. Okay, hopefully some of you are back. I don't know whether everybody's back or not. Roll on. Sorry. Yeah. So I've just had a little bit of a problem with the call sign, so I'm going to change that call sign slightly, probably because 560 960. I just set it my flight plan as well. 960. I'll probably depart at 1:45. Hi, Danny. How you doing over on the Twitch side? Okay. Just want to make sure I can get everybody's comments over in the rooms. Okay, so let's get going without further ado. Let's connect and let's go flying. So we're over in BHX at the moment. Let's turn the ADRS on. Just coming through these checks. Okay, APU starting. Finally on descent. Okay. Birmingham ground, Lufthansa 960 radio check. Okay, let's get this going. Birmingham ground, Lufthansa 960 radio check. Readability 5 also, Lufthansa 960. Okay, so let's carry on setting up the aircraft. So we do need fuel. So if we have a look at our plan, if we look at our plan over here, we need 7 tons for the flight. We'll carry an extra 2 tons. So we'll bring it to 10 tons. And we'll start the fuel in now. So if we look at the outside of the aircraft, you'll see it's quite busy. Baggage looks like it's finished. And the catering looks like it's finished. But the fuel truck, I'm sure it'll be around some point. Okay, let's carry on setting up the aircraft. We'll get the route. Where'd you get deliveries from? Flightsim.to is I get deliveries from. They're free as well, so it's a bonus. Okay, so departure 33. QNH. Where's the QNH? 1032. So while the systems are booting up, we might as well get our clearance. Lufthansa 960, can I just confirm the last message? Do you want me to get my clearance? Is that what you're after? Made 1k likes. Okay, so we've been departing runway 15 now. Instead. Okay. Birmingham ground, Lufthansa 960, request clearance to Frankfurt as filed with information Sierra. Lufthansa 960 cleared runway 15 using the Cowley to Yankee departure, squawk 5056. Lufthansa 960. Report push and start Lufthansa 960. Okay, so we'll put the squawk code in. And we've put the departure in as well, which is good. Hi Green Tea, how you doing over on the Twitch channel? Thanks so much. A lot of flight plan discontinuity. Continuity. Okay, we'll clear that off. What's it doing? Oh man, I don't know what it's doing here, but we'll try and clear this off. Okay, so if we look at our route, actually, more importantly, we'll look at our route and just work out what we're. So, Cowley, big. So after Cowley, it should be big. Okay, so we're going to just delete some of these. dear. I don't know whether this is right or not. Oh really? You should be able to hear everything over on the YouTube side. I don't know why. I don't know why that's not coming through. Yeah, if even this looks like it's trying to do something a bit funky. Okay, well I'm gonna go back to the flight plan and go back to this departure 15, Charlie 2 Yankee departure, insert. Yeah, it's a bit strange. Alright, well, let's have a look at that chart again. We'll open the chart list as well. Actually, I'll take that off here. We'll get the rest of the aircraft set up anyway. Okay, so 174 passengers boarded. And if we go to the weight imbalance, so the weight imbalance, centre of gravity 24. So if we set that here, so it's up 0.25 if it allow it. Sorry, 1 up 0.25, 0.3, there we do. Okay. Hi, Saint City, Limerick. How you doing? Limerick Island, over on the YouTube. Hi. Okay, so we'll go to clear that off. Go to performance. Put the V1 and V2s and V3s in. V2, sorry. VR and V2. Just make sure everything else is good. Okay. So we'll shut the cabin doors and we can request pushback. We'll take the external power off as well. Bring some lights into the flight deck. Lufthansa 960, request push and start. Lufthansa push and start approved. Okay, so we've got to face southwest. Let's get these lights on. Yeah, the SID, I don't know what's happening with the SID. It's almost going back on itself. But if you have a look at the chart, it also looks off as well. I don't quite know what's happening here. So I'm going to sort of request vectors to Cowley, I think, or direct to Weld. Okay, starting engines. Okay, well that's doesn't want to start. Let's bring it back to norm. Okay, well let's try again with the engine start. Well, it's going to be a short flight if we can't get the engine started. What's happening here? Yeah, I tried one at a time, but there's nothing happening. So ignition start norm. I'll turn it off for. APU bleed. Ha. Thank you. There we go. Engine start 1. What a schoolboy error. Thanks, Tyler. I made this mistake many times. That's the first for me. I just don't know how I missed that one. I thought I'd turn the bleed on, but I think because there was a fault on the APU, because I didn't wait at least 3 seconds for it to press the start. I turned the external power off and then back on again. Okay, it's available. Starting engine number 2. Okay, before taxi, checklist, auto brakes, max, spoilers armed, flaps, takeoff, engine anti-ice as required, flight controls, check pitch, set, rudder, steering pin, nose light, taxi, runway lights to auto, strobes, yeah, strobes auto, runway lights on, parking brake off, and takeoff config check. Okay, check cabin. Doors, doors, doors. Okay. Okay, all good. We get our taxi clearance. Lufthansa 960, request taxi instructions for runway 15 on the Cowley to Yankee departure. Clear to taxi runway 15 via Delta Alpha and hold short 15. I'll let you know when I'm at the holding point. Okay, let's go. Parking brake off. So Alpha. Sorry, Delta. Hey, L Jackson, how's the flight plan today? Oh, what's the flight plan today? Lufthansa 960, contact tower 118, decimal 305. Bye bye. This is just checking that I'm going the right way here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, before takeoff, checklist, cabin crew notified. Exterior lights all. It's hard trying to steer this when you're trying to follow the lights. Okay, yeah, we've done the before takeoff. Takeoff config, no blue. Lights are off. Again, I'm not too sure about this flight plan. But we'll give it a go. Birmingham Tower, Lufthansa 960 at holding point. Alpha 2 for 15. Request takeoff clearance. Clear for takeoff, runway 15. Okay, taking off. Airspeed's alive. (120 knots). V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Lufthansa, switch in to Unicom on 122.800. Thank you for the service. Bye bye. Okay, switching to Unicom. Well, we've taken off from Birmingham, and we're well on our way to Lufthansa. Frankfurt in Lufthansa. Views are fantastic. What runway am I arriving at Frankfurt? So if we take a look at the computer, so runway that we're landing at in Frankfurt is 25 left, using the Unuk star 3 Alpha. Okay, so yeah, we're well on our way now, and like I said, we're doing it with live ATC. Let's go and do the climb takeoff. Barrow, climb checklist. Barrow is set to standard, anti-ice as required. I think we'll put the ice on because it's pretty cold out there. EFIS as required, weather radar as required. Above 10,000 feet, then landing lights off, wing lights off, seatbelt signs as required. It's great to see a TikTok widescreen support. Yeah, yeah. Well, it is nice. I mean, I'm streaming it over on Twitch as well. For those that are interested, this is obviously the Twitch URL, but it all depends on what you want to view it on, of course. And for those that haven't seen me before, I'm FlyUK. Appreciate everyone's follows and shares and tap on the screen. Hi Mo, over on the YouTube side, how you doing? Hope you're okay. Actually, Mo, is the sound coming across okay over on the YouTube? I just want to know. Okay, so I know that... okay, so we can go to flight level 370 now. And obviously we're limited to 250 knots under 10,000 feet anyway. So as soon as we hit that 10,000 feet, then we can we can increase our speed to our cruise speed. Thanks for the shares, Gina. Appreciate the share as well. Anybody that's sharing and like the page, I do appreciate it. If you tap that screen, it'll help push this live to many others as well that will appreciate a simulation flight over to Frankfurt. Okay, so landing lights off. Wing lights off. And seatbelt signs off. Okay, thanks Angel, Snow Puppy. Okay, so we're well on our way now. So estimated time of arrival into Frankfurt is 20 past 11. So that's the time at the moment. $205 knots under 10,000. Oh, okay. I always thought it was 250. I'll have to check that out, Martin. Oh, that's pretty cool, Tricker. Have passengers had their dinner and stuff? Good question. Good question. I don't think they have yet. I think that's. I think we can do a public address and. Can you be a pilot with a nut allergy? I'm not too sure, to be honest. The best thing to do is get in touch with an aviation doctor and have an assessment. I'd imagine with things like that, like a nut allergy, I don't think that it would be a problem as long as that you obviously are aware of your condition and it's managed. I think with a lot of the conditions, it has to just be managed essentially. Some traffic there on our left. Sorry, I may be wrong. You're correct. 250 knots. Oh, okay, fair enough. Thanks for checking as well. I believe commercial. I mean, the only reason I say that it's. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, Aaron. So you're probably best contacting an aviation doctor just to confirm. But you know, I have a bit like sort of certain tablets, let's say that commercial pilots are taking. Obviously, as long as the conditions managed, I think a lot of the time you can actually get a commercial license. I mean, like I say, the nut allergy's fine as long as you don't take nuts. You know, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like you know your condition, so you just be careful what you eat, like you would in everyday life, I'd imagine. But you'll have to check. Are you using Prepared 3D or FS2020? So I'm using FS2020. Let me just have a look, see who's on. Okay, so we're just over Luton at the moment. That must be Luton. Any upgrades? I'm using P3D with PMDG livery. Yeah, the PMDG stuff that should be with Flight Sim 2020 soon. I mean, they have got already released the I think it's the DC10. I think it was. I'll have to check what it was. But they're hoping to. The PMDG company are hoping to release the 737 onto Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. But this is the Airbus A320NX, and it's actually free. So it's an add-on, but it's free. It's community-led. And yeah, I mean, this is standard weather. At the moment. So there we go. Hi Sky 9001, how you doing? So this no landing request this evening, only because it's an A to B flight. How are you finding the FS 2020 for realism? I mean, I actually find some of the smaller aircraft quite realistic. This Airbus A320, there's a pilot friend that flies this on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. He said it's pretty close. This one, the add-on part of it anyway, for the Airbus A320NX. Boss TikToks, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I actually find that the default Airbus A320 floats quite a bit, and apparently that's not very realistic. But again, I don't fly the Airbus A320, so thanks, Birmingham Aviation. So we're currently over London. So that's London. Don't fly Airbus, usually Boeing, yeah. Well, I got the Thrustmaster side stick and you know, and the throttle section and everything, so It's pretty cool. So for those that are just joining, we're heading to Frankfurt. Loving the stream. Keep it up. Birmingham Aviation says thanks so much. I say I do appreciate everyone that's watching over on either YouTube or most recently Twitch. So we're now streaming on Twitch at the same time, and obviously, of course, on TikTok. I appreciate it. Oh right, I didn't realise there was no sound. Have I done the whole? Have I done the whole starting and everything without the sound? I can't believe it. Twitch is a streaming app, but again, obviously, if you're happy watching on TikTok, then there shouldn't be any reason to swap over. I can't believe that, Trucker. Why didn't nobody tell me? Dear me. Can't believe that. So the thing is, I don't know what's going out. I don't know what you can hear. So it'd be great. Obviously, just let me know if there's no engine sounds. I mean, it's probably the most quiet takeoff you've ever heard in your life. Then, just me talking. That's crazy. That was definitely quiet then. It's the reason ATC can gauge your speed below 10,000 feet. It's 250 knots. Yeah. Yeah, let me know next time, Birmingham Aviation. That's an interesting fact, Craig. Did you know that you can spell typewriter on the top line of a keyboard? Do you know that's that's interesting. So where are we off anyways? Trucker, we're off to Frankfurt Airport. So if we zoom out a little bit, we should be able to see our route. Quite a big route. It's the largest A to B flight that I've done actually. Okay, looks like we've got traffic. Hello from Aussie, how you doing? Thanks for the follows, thanks for the shares. So what's the speed now? So we're doing 280 knots, and we're at flight level 323 at the moment. We're climbing to flight level 370. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look to see. Can you see the FMC okay with VR? Yeah. Well, this is track IR actually. I don't know about VR, but you know I can see it really clearly. with this. Yeah, so with distance to Frankfurt's 310 nautical miles away. What does it take to become a pilot? I'm quite interested. Well, you know, it does boil down to money, you know, generally speaking. A lot of people, most people will be able to become a pilot, I'm pretty sure of it. But it's very, very expensive. I mean, your private pilot's license, which is what I've got, is more within reach most people, but it's still quite expensive, but not as expensive as commercial. But you're looking at sort of anywhere between £7,000 to £10,000 for your private pilot's license, and then for commercial, around £60,000 for your commercial license. But majority of the time, it's 100 to 120 if you go for an integrated course. So for those that are just joining, this is FlyUK. Yeah, so if I have a look, expected time at Frankfurt is 11 o'clock. That can't be right. That can't be right. No, that can't be right at all. Unless the time's different here. Maybe it is right, but I was expecting an hour. Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe that for 1 second. 2303 UTC. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But our expected arrival was essentially in 48 minutes time. Yeah, 11:23. But we'll see. We'll track it as we go. So the next waypoint is Conan. And if we have a look at the fuel, then we can just check to make sure that our fuel is correct for that part of the leg. Conan, so we should have 3.2 tons at least at that point. So at the moment we've got 8.2 tons. Let me put that back. Okay. Just cross-reference another one. So we're doing quite well on the fuel, actually. Yeah, I use Simbury for my route planning. Yeah, Conan. Yeah, it is 3.2 tons. Sorry, no, actually I've got the wrong one. 4.1 tons at Conan. So 4.1 tons, and we carried 2 tons extra. So if we have a look, so we're still doing well with if we get to this waypoint with around 8 tons. Actually, that's correct, because I think we carried an extra ton of fuel plus the extra that I put in, 2 tons extra. So 3 tons in total. So yeah, that works about right. Yeah, sim brief's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for a list of complimentary premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase...
So we're over the English Channel at the moment. We're over the English Channel and we'll be... Dunkirk will be on our right-hand side. I don't know if we can see anything there. That's Dunkirk. So we'll give them a public address and tell them that Dunkirk's on the...
From the flight deck, this is your first officer speaking. Yeah, if you look out of the window, we're currently actually flying over something pretty interesting this evening.
Okay, so at the moment, if we have a look at our maps, sorry, not those maps. We'll have a look at this map. You'll see that Dunkirk is on our right hand side, which is pretty cool. Just have a look at the weather as well, see what that's doing. So we don't seem to have any problems with the weather. I was just checking that we had live weather on. Seems quite good out there. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Oh, Dan Gully. So my day job, I'm a programmer. So when I'm not flying planes, I'm a programmer. software developer. Actually, that should have just making sure that the APU, I think the APU should have been turned off. Yeah, actually I should have turned the APU off. Good spot. Oh, sorry. What's it for? So basically, the APU is the it's basically, I can't remember what the first letter is, but it's a power unit. It sits at the back of the aircraft, and when the bleed is on, that provides air, pneumatic air to the system, which will start your engines and stuff like that, and provide air conditioning for the cabin. Now, when I couldn't get the engine started when I first, started the stream, that was because the APU bleed wasn't on, so it didn't have air to drive the engines to start, essentially. So the APU itself, the APU actually provides the power for the aircraft if there isn't an external power source. So the wagon that turns up at the gate usually provides the power, but once that's, if that's not there, so for instance when we land at Frankfurt, we'll be turning the APU back on, because obviously that's going to provide the power when the engine's cut off, and we'll provide the power until we have external power. That's if we want to connect external power if we've got a flight back, but if not, then when we shut down the engines, then all the systems, all the air conditioning, everything will be powered up, the lights will be powered up and everything for the back cabin, etc. So yeah, so that's what it's for. Auxiliary power unit, I think it's called. I think that's the full name for it. But the APU bleed, that provides the air via a valve, which powers the air conditioning and puts air in the system, so that you can start the engines and stuff like that. Not a problem, Martin. She thought you must be in IT or an engineer. She only ever hears you as I'm watching. Just out of interest, do I sound like a programmer then? Do I sound like a software engineer? And why? I don't want to bore you with that sort of stuff, do I? Well, thanks for everyone that's watching over on TikTok. Thanks for the likes and shares. If you love the stream, don't forget to tap that button and follow FlyUK. I do appreciate it. So what time are you expected to land? So it is a good question, because we've got 200 nautical miles to run. Our expected time of arrival is 37 minutes, but the computer's saying that we're going to arrive in... I know why. I haven't set up my destination data. Okay, so what we're going to do... We're going to set up our destination data. We set up our arrival. So I'm pretty sure the arrival, so we'll have a look at the information on our computer here. And we will have a look at our flight plan. So we're expected 25 left with the star as Untitled 03 Alpha. Alright, just check that. Okay. So ILS 25 left. Hopefully you can see this okay on the TikTok side. And Untitled 3 Alpha, I think it was, and I'll just confirm that over on this side. So yeah, Untitled 03 Alpha. So go over to here and we'll insert, return, and hopefully that will give us a more realistic arrival time. So now it's saying 10 past 11, and that might be right. By the time, you know, my expected arrival, so we're, you know, what time is it now? Yeah, that's about right. So 35 minutes till our expected arrival time. Hello Tracy, how you doing? What's your Twitch? So I just put the Twitch URL up now, just for those that want to watch it on Twitch, if you're interested in watching it over on there. Again, this is FlyUK. I do appreciate you watching the stream. And if you're only just watching this stream, we're going doing a flight from Birmingham to Frankfurt. Thanks so much for the likes and shares. I do appreciate it over on the TikTok side. Hi to those that are watching over on YouTube. Lee J Music over on the YouTube, looking good, he says. Thanks so much. And yeah, we'll yeah, so it's not bad at all. 34 minutes to run. I'll tell you one thing though, I could do with a cup of tea, and we can do that by requesting.
Hey, can we get something to drink up here?
Not a problem.
Okay, so as a general rule, our descent should start roughly 3 times. Yeah, so if we times the altitude that we're at, flight level that we're at, so 37. If we round that up to 40, and times it by 3. And we should then work out how long before we start descending. So we're looking at sort of when we get to 120 miles to run, we will start our descent. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. So the seatbelt signs are off, so everyone's enjoying the hopefully enjoying themselves in the back. So let's have another fuel check. So just have a look at the systems. Have a flick around. Engines green. Cabin pressure is good. Electrical systems are up. Hydraulics are working. fuel seems balanced, roughly. Got 3.1 tons in the left wing, 3.1 tons in the right wing, minus sort of points. A point or two. So they seem balanced. APU, obviously not using it at the moment. Temperature, we've got 24 degrees in the cabin. Good evening, Dan. Where are we flying to? So NOS 031, so we're flying to Frankfurt. Flying to Frankfurt from Birmingham. High return of the Mac 89 over on Twitch. Do you play on the PC or console? This is PC. You can play it on Xbox. The latest Xbox as well. Yeah, I'd really appreciate everyone that's sharing this stream as well. I do appreciate it. Like I said, there's quite a few watching over on TikTok at the moment, 108 viewers. We've got a few watching on YouTube and a few watching over on the Twitch channel as well. Okay, so our point that we're just going over is Remba. So we'll just check the fuel again that we should be having in. We should have more than enough, but we're best to check. So Remba, we should have at least 3.5 tons. So 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. So it should be around 6.5 at least. 7.6 tons left. So we're well in. So we've got enough to divert to another airport. We'll probably come back at that rate. 4 ton, yes, yeah. Dan, do you fly alone? Well, this is obviously a simulator, so there's nobody in that right seat. It's looking pretty empty. But in real life, I rarely fly on my own. Generally speaking, I flew on my own last 2 weeks ago, something like that. No, it was last week I flew. But that's because the aircraft hadn't flown for a while, and I didn't want the added pressure of somebody else, just in case we had some issues. Graphics look so clean, man. Return of the Mac 89 over on Twitch. Thanks ever so much, mate, and thanks for watching the stream. Great Giraffe Gaming. For some reason I can barely steer my fly-by-wire A320 on the ground. Do you know what the problem is? I've tried both my throttle axis, rudder pedals. I'm not too sure. I mean, what pedals? I did have a few sensitivity issues with the static pedals that I had, but since going to the Thrustmaster pedals, it seems a lot better. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 for those that are wondering. George knows ball. David Jock, is it as real as flying? Well, I mean, I don't actually personally fly the Airbus A320, but I know somebody that does, and he's been using the same model of this, and he's been sharing his knowledge with me, which is kind of him. And he said it's pretty close. Now, the aircraft that I fly, very smaller aircraft, I can only compare it to that. Apart from the sensitivity on the smaller aircraft Microsoft Flight Simulator has, the general flying, I think it's pretty realistic. You can never sort of, because obviously with a real airplane you're getting the feel of the feedback on the controls and stuff with the smaller stuff anyway. You just can't really fully replicate that. But it's a great, if you can fly it in the simulator and the aircraft inside and out on the simulator, then there's a good chance that you'll be able to land the aircraft in real life. But obviously, when you come to fly an aircraft in real life, you've got other factors kicking in, like the physical forces that you wouldn't be used to in a simulator. So that might put you off a little bit. But it certainly helped me. The simulators certainly helped me when I got my license. Oh, really? Great Giraffe Gaming. That's strange. What version are you running of fly-by-wire? I'd definitely recommend downloading the development version. If that doesn't work, then I'd uninstall and reinstall. And yeah, it's the newest dev. Yeah. So this is the dev. I mean, I haven't had any problems like that. All I can say is probably try and try and sort of recalibrate somehow. Oh, you've done it like 3 or 4 times. Oh wow. And just out of interest, what rudder pedals are you using? Because when I was using the static pedals, I basically turned the dead zones down, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sensitive. You have to be unless the static pedals, I'd probably sort of recalibrate them to sort of take the sensitivity down and save it as profile only for the fly-by-wire and see how you get on with that. It's really hard. Yeah, it didn't seem to like it with me either, to be honest. Okay, expected arrival 25 minutes. So enter destination data. So we're going to do that. So remember, we're going to start our descent around 120 nautical miles. At the moment, we're 163 nautical miles at the moment. I'm going to turn my cursor on as well so you can see my cursor. So I'm just conscious that you don't really know what I'm looking at, and I can sort of point out. So this distance here is to run to Frankfurt, and we're going to start a descent around 120 nautical miles away. So at the moment we're flight level 370. Hello from Romania, how you doing? So we're going to start entering our destination data. Hold on, I just so I've already done that. There we go, there's the approach data. So what we're going to do is get the weather first for this. So we'll go over and request the METAR for Frankfurt. So weather requests, and we should get that in a few moments. Okay, that should have come in with our messages. Okay, is everybody else having problems seeing the video at the moment? Just want to check that you're happy. I just can't turn the plane, it makes... Oh, okay. Okay, video is fine here. At least you have sound now. Yeah, that's true. Sorry about that. I just had to check with something. I just can't turn the plane, if that makes sense. Great Giraffe Gaming. Okay, so I think I mean, you could make sure that you haven't locked the brakes on or something, so the parking brakes off, and just the obvious stuff like that. And also the auto brake when you land. Auto brake, once that's on, you have to deactivate it by pressing the brakes on full, or turn it off manually. Over here. It's over on this section here. So we're not far from Frankfurt now at all. I'm just looking now, so we'll print this off so that we can see what we're doing. So the print should come out here. Look how cool that is. So we'll rip that off like so, and that'll appear here. So Frankfurt 2406 knots, and the QNH is 1026. Okay, so we need to start our descent now. So our descent, TCAS BLW. Nav aids reviewed, anti-ice as required, seatbelt signs as required. We don't need the seatbelt signs then below 10,000 feet. Okay. So I'll start our descent down to 8,000 feet. Or 6,000. Yeah, it's a simulator. It is a simulator. So we've got about five people watching over on YouTube now, and 3 people watching over on Twitch. I own P3D. Do you think it would be worth re-downloading and start using that? Maybe if you're having that many problems, Great Giraffe Gaming, it's probably worth it. I mean, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is such a great simulator, though. It'd be great to work those problems out. You could possibly email the fly-by-wire team actually, and explain your problems. They might be able to help you out. Okay, so we're descending now. We're supposed to be descending. So what we'll do, we'll start the approach phase. And what was the QNH? 1026. 1026. And temperature over in Frankfurt is 6 degrees. 6 degrees. And the wind. And the wind is 240.06 knots. So 240.06 knots. And what we need to do is get the charts up next. And I watch this every night. Oh wow! Thanks, Turka T07, I do appreciate it. Any idea when the PMDG 737 is coming out? Well, it should have been coming out this Christmas, but I think it's been delayed again. I suspect that it'll probably be out in February or something. I mean, I suppose they just want to get it right first of all. They don't want to take any risks there of oh, come on. I don't know why that deactivated itself, but we're now descending. We'll let the cabin crew know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Thanks for the.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you use an unexpected turbulence.
Seatbelt sign's definitely on. Let's put the. Yeah, seatbelt signs are on now. I don't know why I'm saying it's off. Okay, so we are descended quite nicely. Okay, so we're on track to arrive. Yeah, it's the Airbus A320. Yeah, the PMDG stuff is amazing, isn't it? If it's going to be as good as it always has been, then it's going to be well worth coming over. Okay, so we need to get the baro settings, the minimums for ILS runway. So yeah, let's just check which runway it was. So runway 25 left. So we'll go and get the charts up for that. How do we get out of here? Flights. Okay, so that's where we are at the moment. Not long to go. Runway 25. Let's check the charts. Runway 25 right. Okay, so Cat 1. Five 553. do 550. Hoping this will work for us. Just make sure it's all connected. It's a very good system. Or is that stream? There was 1.5 meters on the plane. Bathroom. Co-pilot's here now. Hi John, over on the Twitch. He usually does taxi to the gate. Yeah. Are you going to taxi once you've landed? Yeah, I'm going to try and do that. I will try and do that. There's no live ATC on there this evening though, which is a shame. Okay, so I think I just need to sort this out. Not allowed. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here, but I just need to connect let key from our star. So if I try and get this sorted. Okay, hopefully. There we go. That's looking better. Cut out the corner actually. Get down faster. So we're landing on runway 25. It's 25 left, wasn't it? Yeah, 25 left. Are you doing some more flying after this one? No. So after this, that'll be the final landing. It's getting late over in the UK. Oh, this is John Hamilton from the other streams. Hi, welcome. So you've switched over to Twitch instead of the YouTube side then. Oh, that's cool. Well, welcome on board anyway. I'm starting to do more of these A to B flights because it helps me get used to the aircraft. Also allows me to have a good chat to everybody and perform the landing, yeah, the ILS landings, etc. trying to find which one we're on at the moment. So this is Frankfurt, everybody. Doing a Cat 1 landing. The packs provide air conditioning to the aircraft. So you know when you're, when you're on the aircraft and you can hear that sort of whooshing of sound when it kicks up. That's the packs. So landing lights are not on at the moment because we haven't. We can't turn. Well, we don't turn landing lights on until we hit 10,000 feet or below. So as soon as we hit 10,000 feet, we'll be turning the landing lights on, the seatbelt signs on, and wing lights on. So we're nearly there. The packs. You can start the aircraft without the packs on. They come on either when the APU comes on.
We have begun our final descent into Frankfurt. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat cushion.
So 10,000 feet, we'll put the landing lights on and we'll put the wing lights on. Okay, 415. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm going to have to probably vector myself in here. Yeah, the APU bleed needs to be on to start the engines, and the pack should be off at that point. Sorry, no, the packs can be on with the APU. The packs can be on with the APU, sorry, and when you start the engine. But once the engine started, the engine can then take over the APU's job to provide that air to the packs, essentially. But some airlines turn the packs off on takeoff to allow so it doesn't takes the strain off the engines apparently, and then turn it back on once they're up in the air. But some airlines apparently leave it on. So okay, so I'm going to go direct to Lexi. I don't know whether it's let's clear this off. Okay, I think it's whatever it is, it's not happy with this, so I'm going to vector myself in. We'll get the maps out. I've realised what it's doing now. I forgot to activate the managed heading. For some reason it was on manual. Hi, yeah, it is a game. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Are they set to automatically come on at 10,000 feet? No, I think Boeing 737s have auto option on the landing lights, but not the Airbus. Okay, gear down, exterior lights all, nose wheel lights to take off, auto brake set, so we'll set that. Set that now. Spoilers armed. Yeah.
2,500.
36. I'm not too sure if this will kick in or not. Hopefully it will do. Okay, so the runway's over onto our left hand side. Have a look on the instruments a little bit here. Things do go wrong, so I'm glad I've sorted it out anyway. Happy landings, Lee J Music has said over on YouTube. Thanks ever so much. Okay, wish me luck, we're landing. Airspeed 150 knots at the moment. I don't know why the approach is not having any of that. Oh well, we can revert to landing this manually if need be. I can't see the runway yet, and I feel quite low at the moment. So 026. That's the QFE actually. Yeah, landing gear's all the way down. Quito. That'd be pretty cool. I'm making a bit of a dog's dinner of this today, I have to admit.
1000.
For me, I just feel so low above here. I think I'm going to have to manually take control of this. It's dark outside. I know you don't have a prop. Oh man, okay. Yeah, I think everything's set up. I don't know why it's not playing ball. We'll see as we get close to the runway anyway. So there's the airport up ahead. So it's not the one with the flashing lights. I think it's past that. Because there is another airport that's close to Frankfurt. this is FlyUK, and don't forget to follow over on TikTok or subscribe on YouTube or follow on Twitch. Wherever you're watching, I do appreciate it. We're just coming into Frankfurt for those that are just watching the stream for the first time. Or just joined us, should I say. Yeah, I sure hope this is right. If not, the plan B is to manually bring this in.
From the flight deck, this is your first officer speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the unfortunate duty to inform you that due to traffic, we're slightly behind schedule. We do apologize for this slight inconvenience.
Yeah, not too sure where this airport is. Okay, I've got sight of the. I've got a sight of runway 25 left, right in the distance. So that airport must be some sort of small airfield. And we've got the approach activated now. Thank goodness for that. So we can actually land Cat 3 single if we wanted, or Cat single double. Hold on, there we go. Dual, Cat 3 dual if we wanted. Yeah, by the time we get to the gate, I'll probably be delayed. So I've just moved it on a bit. So CAT, I think CAT stands for category, category 1, 2 and 3 and so forth. Well, it determines what sort of state the runway, sorry, what you're landing, you know, what conditions you're landing in essentially. It's what, so Cat 1 landing will be, you will need to be able to see the runway within the minimum range, and at the moment it's like 500 feet for this airport. So if we don't see the runway within 500 feet, then we have to go around. Cat 2 gives you a little bit more of a margin, and Cat 3 you can land, well, you don't have to see the runway essentially in some cases. There's different levels of Cat 3 as well, but don't quote me on it, I'm still learning as well. Fly safe, hope all is well. Thanks, Scott Hopkin. Are you going for an auto land? Okay, the question is, do you want me to do an auto land, or do you want me to manually land this in? Let's get a feedback. Oh, Mark, sorry to disappoint. So we're over at Frankfurt at the moment, obviously, but not on flight radar. No, manual. Everyone said manual. So return of the Mach 89 on Twitch as asked whether I want to do an auto land or not. But you know, let's do a manual landing. Let's see your skills. Manual. Everyone said manual. Thanks for the gifts. I appreciate that. Candy cane from the AvGeek. I appreciate that ever so much. Thanks for the likes and shares. Return of the Max says manual land as well over on Twitch. Lee J Music on YouTube. Don't do auto land. Okay, I promise I won't do auto land. Again, thanks for the likes. For those that obviously, for those that are on Twitch, make sure you give me a follow on there. I don't know how the subscribe works over on that side. I don't know enough about it. And thanks to the subscriptions on YouTube as well, for anybody watching over there. And thanks for the follows and shares on TikTok. So we've got about 140 people on board on the TikTok side. Thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so I can see the left runway. Let's take the autopilot off, shall we? So there's the approach in there. Lufthansa. Okay, autopilot, we're taking off now. Manual as requested. Oh, we're lined up the runway, nice, actually. So welcome to Frankfurt. Wow, great views for the city. Well, we got here. I mean, there was a few problems along the way, but we got here. That's the main thing. Okay, PAPI lights are aligned. And we're coming to Frankfurt 25 left. And this evening we're flying a Lufthansa flight. A Lufthansa 960. So at the moment we've got a 10 knot crosswind at the moment. You're seeing it in the screen there, 358, 9 knots. But as we get closer to the ground, I don't think there'll be a problem. I'm going to make this a soft landing then, yeah? I'll be impressed if you do a loop before the landing. Oh, I think that's asking too much. Okay, coming in nice.
$1,000.
Butter it. Returning the Max Haze over on Twitch. Okay, we've got 4 knots, pretty much headwind, so that should be alright. Full flaps, gears down. Spoilers are armed.
$500.
A little bit high at the moment.
400. 300. 100 above. 200. Minimum 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Reverse thrust.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Frankfurt. The local time is 12:33 a.m. and it's currently about 6 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt
Okay.
sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey. We apologize for the delay. Please coordinate with airline staff as necessary regarding connecting flights or vouchers.
There we go. Thanks very much. Thanks for the likes and shares. Okay, so we're at Frankfurt. Apologies. So we're at Frankfurt Airport. So we're going to obviously head towards the gate. Is this TikTok gaming? I suppose it is. Thanks, Kevin, over on YouTube. Appreciate it. Thanks to those watching over on Twitch. Smooth as you like, return of the Max A's on Twitch. Thanks so much. What's the stall speed? It depends on your weight and everything, to be fair. So we'll head over to the gate. No problem, Martin. Again, there's no ground service, so we're going to have to take ourselves to the gate. Such a big airport. Blimey, the frames per second are sort of being hit around this airport at the moment. Do you fly light aircraft? Yes, yeah. Definitely time for a pint once we get to the airport's lounge, yeah. Like I say, I do appreciate everybody that's watched the stream and enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, wherever you're watching from. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. Parking brake on. And what we should have done was we'll bring the external power, bring the passengers over so they can disembark. Baggage. Go. As it's become available, then we'll turn the engines off. Available. Okay, so we'll press continue on that window and we'll start deboarding. Thanks, John. I mean, it was a bit rough and ready. The frame rate's really dropping. I don't know whether it's the internet connection or not, but obviously trying to stream. YouTube I'm streaming on YouTube as we speak as well. So I actually have been streaming the whole stream on YouTube. So from now on, I'm streaming on Twitch, I'm streaming on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Yeah, so you'll be able to look back on the videos for this. I mean, I'd be a little bit embarrassed at this one because actually it wasn't the best. But if you're still interested, then obviously feel free to have a look. Yeah, John. Yeah, I just need to really improve my cleanup checks and stuff like that. Like I say, I think the approach threw me off with the, you know, with first the star not aligning up for some reason. I need to find out what happened there. So But thanks ever so much for everyone that's watched over on TikTok, and like I say, followed and shared, on Twitch, and the same followed or subscribed, and over on the YouTube side as well. I do appreciate it. So I'm going to leave you with this external view of the Lufthansa. Let's say we get the baggage going. Oh, thanks so much. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And like I say, this is FlyUK, and yeah, it's been a great stream. Like I say, my frame rate's dropping at the moment. I'm not too sure why. It's an Airbus A320 is the aircraft. Oh dear. I'm going to try and do a flight tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow evening. So watch out for that. For those that I don't know why that cargo door's not open, but yeah. But yeah, I'll try and do another stream tomorrow evening. Oh, thanks for returning the Mac. I do appreciate it. That would be cool. Like I say, hopefully see you again sometime soon, and yeah, bye for now. This is FlyUK.